Hello, we're back in Pleasantview, finally. In case you missed my community post, I have been having some really huge crashing issues, which is why there has been a delay, unfortunately. But I think I've got it somewhat under control now, so let's cross our fingers and just get into it again. So today we're going to keep on with the university students, and it's going to be Cristofer Tellerman today and his girlfriend Adriana Zhang. And they, of course, live over here. I don't think that comes as a surprise by now. But yeah, let's jump into the household and let's see what happens. So this is, of course, the apartment lot that I use for the university students, the same that you have seen in previous episodes. However, I have actually taken the time to adjust it a little bit, actually move the families out and fix up the communal area up here. You might recall that there was a Don't Wake the Llama table down here, as well as a piano over there and a chess table. Those were all things that the Sims became very obsessed with, unfortunately, while I played, and those were things that I don't really think make sense that they would be obsessed with. So I moved these things down a little bit and then added a pool table because that makes more sense to me, that even if they do get obsessed with playing that, that makes more sense to me that they would actually do as university students. Yeah, so that's what I did. So this space is a little bit changed around, and it's done properly this time. I haven't messed around with the communal area in actual live mode, so I think that is going to help me a little bit with potential crashing issues as well. But this, of course, looks the same as it did before, so that's not changed. And then we have Cristofer and Adriana's apartments down here. So it's very similar to the previous one, only it's one tile smaller. So it's a little bit cheaper as well. They don't currently have a car, but they have a bathroom down there as well, and Cristofer's weightlifting machine that he brought from his childhood room. And then we have their living space here. And yeah, a counter I need to fix apparently. Just a sitting area with the TV, Adriana's guitar, and then a small corner for their computer. Nothing out on the balcony yet. And then they have another bathroom here. And then, of course, their bedroom. And this is where I've put their semester testers as well, to make it easier to remember which one is which. Yeah, and that's the whole apartment. So let's move on to the characters. Let's start with Cristofer. He is a popularity sim and a Aries. Extremely outgoing, very serious and fairly grouchy, but also very active. He is maxed out on his fitness, and his hobby is also fitness, so that makes sense. His secondary aspiration is fortune. You can actually pick out all of these by now. His lifetime wish is to become Hall of Famer. And he is of course, part of the Tellerman family. So he's the youngest one in the family, and he's actually a true blend between Comey and Jan Tellerman. So he is the one of their children that actually will carry on with their genes. So I'm very happy about that, and I'm actually very pleased with how he turned out in looks. He looks a lot like both his parents, I think, if you take a closer look at his features. So his eldest sister is, of course, Tosha, and then he has Chandler, Brittany, who's just graduated from university, and then Cristofer is the youngest. So he, of course, grew up in the fairly rich and influential Tellerman family. They are new money, so they don't have that long lineage of successful people, what to call it. But he has been really privileged growing up. And just like both Chandler and Brittany, he has taken money a bit for granted, but he has always also been driven to make his own money and to be successful. Where both Chandler and Brittany are more rebellious towards their parents, Cristofer has always been very compliant with them, and his goals really align well with theirs as well. So they haven't had that many arguments or issues come up yet, but who knows what will happen in future. Kome is very allowing and wants the best for his children and want them to be happy more than anything. But Jan is of course very interested in them being successful and having good influential partners. So there might be some issues in future if Cristofer and Adriana keep seeing each other, because Adriana is really a nobody from Blue Water Village that just popped up out of nowhere. And yeah, I don't think that Jan takes their relationship very serious yet, seeing as Cristofer is just very young, starting off his university career, and a lot of things can happen at that age. So I don't think that she is that worried yet, but things might become a little bit complicated if they keep seeing each other. So we'll have to see about that. But Cristofer has, of course, grown up in the same generation and together with his very close friends. So that is Mike Newby, Gabriel Batchelor, and Zachary Lillard, who we met in the previous episode. And the four of them have been really, really close ever since children, because they have been in that sort of awkward generation when there aren't a lot of other kids their age. And at the same time as I was starting to put together pairings and getting people married and things like that before the first baby boom. So yeah, those four guys have grown really, really close. And of course, Mike and Gabriel were best friends, one could say. And then Cristofer and Zachary have been left a little bit to each other in some ways, but they have grown really close because of that. Yeah, they have a lot of life goals in common, actually. Cristofer is a drama major, and seeing as he wants to join the athletic career, that is what he can do with that major, of course. But he also has the option to join the political career, and I think that all four of them are both into the athletic career and politics, really. So they're really headed in the sort of same direction, and I think that they are very supportive of each other. In the previous episode, these guys were actually recruited by Kennedy Cox at the soccer field to join in a sort of rookie team, one could say. And that is the path that they are headed in right now. And Cristofer will also join his friends in that career and start out working alongside his studies. And yeah, we needed a soccer game in this neighborhood to make that lot work, I think. And it will be fun to explore what we can do with it. Staging games and practice sessions and things like that. It will be a lot of fun, I think. And of course, Cristofer also has the advantage that his father was one of the people who helped Kennedy create or set up the soccer field in the first place. So, of course, the Tellermans are very influential in that way, and I think that he will have a lot of advantages coming from that as well, seeing as his father is so well liked in that field. So he currently lives in this small apartment together with his girlfriend, and the idea that I had to start was that he would move in together with his friends, actually all four of them in the same apartment. But the thing was that on the last day of his teenage years, when I was just preparing to send him off to college, he brought Adriana home with him, and they actually were attracted to each other. And before that, Cristofer had never shown any interest or attraction to any of his peers. So I was so surprised to see that all of a sudden on the last day, he brought home his girlfriend, essentially, and just told me that, look, I want to keep seeing this girl, and I really wanted to make that happen for him. So My first idea was that I would make Adriana a adult and then have him see her on the side, but I sort of got tempted to get to know her better as well, because yeah, she'd been working at the Kennedy's soccer field in the cantina there for a while, and I'd had my eyes on her for a while. So yeah, she became one of my playables, and that's the way it often happens. By now, I can't resist. So that was actually how they met on the last day of his teenage years, and yeah, so their relationship is quite fresh still, and I think that both Cristofer and I will have to get to know Adriana a bit better. And then let's take a closer look at Adriana. She's also a popularity sim, and she's also a drama major. Her hobby is music and dance, though, and she is a Leo, extremely outgoing, but fairly grouchy as well, so that's quite a combination. And she's more sloppy, lazy, and serious, but not by much. She is normal weight, and her secondary aspiration is romance. And her lifetime wish is to become major. So even though she's in drama, like her boyfriend, she's more towards the political side of things there. And of course, she doesn't have any familial connections. Like I mentioned, she has been a townie for a while. She's actually one of the pre-made townies for Blue Water Village. And every time that she spawns, she's going to have a different name. So this time she's named Adriana Zhang for me. And I had been using her as one of the employees at the soccer field, like I mentioned. She has been working as the chef, I think. And so I've had her in my sites for a while, and I've been a bit interested in her, but I haven't really had a reason to start playing with her. But after she came home with Cristofer and seemed to be his girlfriend, I just took the opportunity to make her one of my sims. So I'll have to get to know her a bit today, I think. That's a good ambition. I look at her as a very hard-working person, very ambitious. She hasn't had much. She has been dependent on the teenage job to make ends meet during her younger years, and now she keeps working there as a university student as well, but she has her sights set very much higher on the political career, of course, and I don't think that her ambition is to make a lot of money. It's rather to get influence and have the opportunity to change things. She wants to make things better and have the opportunity to give help to people who need it, and to make life in Pleasantview better, I guess one could say. I think that she's well on her way to actually do that. So I want to take the time today to spend some more time with her on her own and see what we can learn about her. So let's start their day. Now, Cristofer doesn't have a job yet, but I of course want to put him in the correct athletic career. I'm pretty sure it was level 2, right? Right, so team mascot is at level 1, but we want level 2. No newspaper yet, right? Okay, let's bring out a sim blender. And level 2, and I'm gonna use the book over here to double check so it worked. Minor leaguer, yeah. That was the level I wanted them at, I'm pretty sure. Yes. I double checked the spreadsheet, yes. Is minor leaguer correct? Good. And then we also have Adriana, of course, and okay, so she has work between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. So we have the beginning of the day for her, and I think that he had the day off, right? No, oh, he doesn't. Okay, so he actually needs to be at work at 9 to 3. And I also need to give him a job stopinator. Cristofer needs to get ready for work. But let's start with making them have some breakfast. And Adriana has the flu, like many of the other Sims in the neighborhood, so I'm gonna see if she recovers, if she rests a little bit. Yeah, so Cristofer's carpool will arrive in an hour, and Adriana is healthy again. So that was quick. That's good. So yeah, both of them are, of course, into making friends, and Adriana doesn't have a lot of that in that department, and I think that that is going to be one of my ambitions for her, to give her some friendships. She's pretty close actually with Johnson Hamilton, Kennedy Cox, of course, her boss, and then Bruce Rosher and Bo Newby as well. So that's good. And yeah, other than that, she doesn't have a lot of friends, but I have some people in mind, so we'll have to see if she meets them or if I'll have to make that happen somehow. But I'm actually wondering if Adriana is more into music or dance. I can see her going for both, actually. She seems to be a very creative person anyway. Right, so Cristofer is just getting ready. All right, so Adriana is feeling quite well right now, and her class performance is perfect. As you can see, she's sort of stuck in the first part of the freshman year. I had some issues actually with making the semester changes mod work when I aged her up, because I don't know what happened, but she accidentally became an elder when I aged her up from a teenager the first time, and then I had to revert it back, and then it didn't apply to her. So I'll have to see if it fixes itself eventually when she finishes up this semester. Otherwise, I'll have to see if I can fiddle around with it somehow, with some sort of university mod possibly. But yeah, so her class performance is perfect, and she doesn't need any skill points or anything like that. So yeah, I think I might actually bring her to Studio Caliente to have her dance a little bit and see if she can meet some like-minded people possibly. So let's have her changed into her everyday outfit. Right, and now Cristofer is going to work. And are these guys going as well? No. Yeah, they're leaving the lot, but they're not going in the same car, that is. Yeah. Yeah, so let's head out, you as well. So here we are at Nina Caliente's dance studio. So I think it might be fun to try to stage some sort of dance class, actually. Right now, we have the visitor controller blocking anyone arriving at the lot, really, but I could change that a bit, I think. If I allow adults and young adults, and then I think hobbies, right? Ban all, and then hobbies allow music and dance, and then allow fitness, I think would be nice. And we can see who arrives at the lot. We of course have Nina here already, so we could go ahead and greet her. Okay, so here we have Ophelia. That's one of the people that I wanted her to meet, actually, so I'm happy about her arriving here. And okay, we have Jason Cormier as well. Adriana apparently didn't get along that well with Nina, I see, but we can take the chance to greet these guys. Great. Oh, they got a really big boost, actually. I wonder if she has a good reputation. She doesn't, but maybe Ophelia does. Maybe that's why she got such a big boost. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit. And who do we have here? We have Jennifer Pleasant. Right, of course, she's also a music and dance sim. Let's see, who else do we have? Do we have some people here? Well, Jason is apparently already dancing. Yeah, so far it's only these guys. So let's just keep going for a bit. Yeah, these two seem to get along really, really well at once. Now, seeing as Adriana doesn't really have any connections with her family. I love this. This is just perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. So yeah, I feel like this moment is pretty epic. Like, yeah, some people meeting that possibly will become really close friends if things go well. So let's greet Lilith as well. See how this goes. I think both of them are pretty grouchy, so but yeah, they're talking about music. I think that's a pretty good call. And of course, Adriana is close with Ophelia's husband, so that might have been one of the things that allowed her to introduce herself to Ophelia to start with. So that's good. Yeah, I'm liking where this is going. So, do we have any more people here now? Okay, so both of these guys are dancing down here. I was thinking of staging some sort of dance class up here. I'm not sure how that would work, but let's try and see what we can make up. Make all of them selectable. Right. And then I want you to turn this on. Good, she's going up on the stage on her own. Right. So... Oh, is Angela arriving? She is the fitness sim, so... Well, yeah, they hate each other. God, how will this go? And we have Dustin. He's also a fitness sim. Well. Well, well, well. A very interesting group of people indeed. Sure. So let's see. What I was thinking was... I mean, she could work out. She could do yoga, I think, and I mean, she could dance solo. I have a mod that gives them, makes them progress in their fitness while dancing, so that could be a thing as well. Yeah, let's try that and see. So she's going to... Okay, that's not going to work. Or it is going to work, okay. But it doesn't look very, like that is a lesson of any kind. It just looks like club dancing. I'm thinking like, go here and then work out. How does that work? She's gonna do it over there, okay. And then, okay, I wanted to join. How about you go down here? You're facing the wrong way. Can we try to have you do it that way? This is a bit fiddly, isn't it? Yeah, so are you able to do that down here? Not sure. So that's not working. And Lilith wants to go upstairs in order to do that. Okay, so that's not going to work the way I wanted. I might be able to put in some sort of exercise mats here and then also down here. That is going to work, I think. Then they can have some sort of... I think there are also like yoga mats available, so maybe we can have some yoga sessions up here, possibly. Yeah, they are of course having their own fun down here, so I think that's totally okay. So I'm going to go ahead and make all of them unselectable again. even though that was a failed attempt, it was fun to see how it worked and how it didn't work. Yeah. Okay, she's greeted Dustin, but he's not made a good impression, it looks like, and she's also greeted Angela. But yeah, so far she's gotten along really, really well with those two, and I'm happy about that. But let's have her dance a little bit and see how she reacts to that. This is a bit sweet, actually. I mean, these were seeing each other as teenagers very, very briefly before Angela's parents told her to break it off with him, and I don't think that they have really interacted for a very long time. A lot of has happened in both their lives, and Dustin is of course married now, and Angela is dating someone else. But yeah, they look like they're very friendly with each other, at least. So that's really sweet. And we're having Marissa Bendett here as well. She's also a fitness sim. And Amin Miguel, of course. He plays the drums mainly. Okay, so we're having some sort of ballet class down here. I mean, that's better than nothing. It's a pretty interesting group of people, really. I mean, Lilith and Angela don't really hang out a lot, even though they have started to rekindle their relationship. And of course, Jennifer, their aunt, is looking after both of them as best as she can. I think that's fine. I think that it would be fun to actually take this opportunity to ask both Ophelia and Lilith to group up. Form a casual group just for fun. And then perhaps they could head to the cafe and grab a bite to eat. Great, so she said yes, and asked Lilith to join as well. And she also said yes, that's perfect. So why don't you head to, yes, 330 Main Street. So these guys are arriving. You can see the difference in speed with how quickly the adults are walking in comparison to the university students. She's taking her time. That's fine. Yeah, so let's make these guys selectable, actually. I think that's going to be needed if they're going to eat together. So let's have them all order something. Yeah, so let's go with some snacks, I think. Oh, cheesecake is like the risk of twins if they're pregnant, right? I don't remember if Ophelia is pregnant or not, so let's not risk that. Pancakes sound good. Good and safe. Yeah. Something like that. Oh, Lilith thinks that she's attractive. That's interesting. I don't remember. Did I make her straight or bi? I made her straight. But seeing as I'm still getting to know her, we'll have to see if that is actually the way I want to go with it. What are you doing? Why don't you eat that? Okay. But yeah, apparently Lilith thought that she was attractive, so that's an interesting piece of information. Are they sitting at the same table? They are not sitting at the same table. Okay. That's a bummer. Oh well. Lilith, are you gonna sit down at the same table? Okay, you're sitting down with Ophelia at least. I see. Oh, that's a shame. But I guess you can keep sitting. And when you're done, you can sit there. And when you are done, you can sit there. Oh, Daniel is here. I see. But I don't think that he's going to greet his daughter, really, or mind her. Are you going to sit down at the same table, Daniel? Okay, so I guess he is going to greet her. He just made himself welcome at their table. It's a Such a strange situation. Okay, so I guess that Mary Sue has been trying to rekindle the relationship with Lilith after everything that's happened. And Daniel is, of course, trying to get on her good side because he has been made some really bad decisions recently. What with flirting with Bella Goth at the recent Tellerman party. So I think that he might be trying to be a good husband to his wife right now and do as she says. And seeing Lilith, I guess he just decided to sit down and make himself welcome, I guess. I don't think that Lilith is very happy about this, but yeah, seems like he's talking about traveling and dating and being really, really awkward right now. Looks like Ophelia and Adriana are making the best of the awkward situation. Yeah, Ophelia isn't very impressed with him. She, of course, has heard everything from Lilith about her childhood and what her parents treated her like. So I don't think that there's much Daniel can say, really, to impress Ophelia. But, of course, Adriana doesn't know anything. And you know what? Seeing as Daniel is so painfully awkward right now, I think that these girls want to leave and go somewhere else to not have him around. So I think that Adriana is actually going to invite them over to her place, and they can hang out a bit in the communal area together. So let's just have them walk back home. I don't know why you're waving. You're coming with. Hopefully they will get up and follow. Yes, good. Okay, great. So they're all arriving. Apparently Adriana needs to take a shower, and she's also pretty tired. So I don't think that this stay is going to be very long. Ophelia is not feeling well either, really. Yeah, so let's just have them sit down for a little bit, very quickly, up here. And just, yeah, let them hang out, and then I think they'll leave pretty quickly. Okay, Adriana has class in 1 hour, but I'm not going to worry about that, seeing as her class performance is perfect already. Okay, and these guys aren't very happy with me. So I'm actually going to make both of them unselectable again. And then I'm gonna have her... Oh, she can't break up the casual group? Is it already ended? Well, I guess it must be. So I guess that these guys are just leaving now. All right, and yeah. So I'm going to have her freshen up a bit, and then sleep for a bit, I guess. Yeah, this really took a lot out of her. But yeah, I think that we're well on our way to get to know Adriana a lot better. We know what kind of people she enjoys spending time with now. The more creative kind of people her age. And I think that Lilith and Ophelia and Adriana have a lot in common, seeing as they are very removed from their families in different ways. They haven't had a lot of funds. Well, they don't currently anyway. And I think that they're all pretty tough, probably, from not having very close relations with their families. So yeah, I think that they will get along pretty well. And of course, Adriana wants to become friends with both of them already. So, but other than those two, I think it's nice if she could keep being friends with Bo and with Bruce. think those are pretty good relations for her. And yeah, she could potentially become closer with Cristofer's friends as well. Seems like a good thing. So why don't you sleep for a while? So we have a chance card. The assistant coach has asked Cristofer to help move an upright piano for one of the more senior players on the team. Cristofer is a bit worried about overstraining himself, but the move might also be a way to get in good with the manager and some of the players. He could agree or make up some excuse. Well, seeing as he's very friendly, I think that he would definitely move the piano. While moving the piano with a few of the other players, Cristofer loses his grip and stumbles on the stairs. He scrambles to regain his hold, but the piano comes crashing down. Cristofer sprains his back, getting out of his way, and loses 1 body skill point. Okay, so that means that he's... yeah, well, that's okay. I don't know why I got one for Lilith. Maybe it was because I had her selectable. I'm just gonna ignore that. Okay, so Adriana needs to get up and have something to eat for lunch, I think. She's going to go to work soon, so she's gonna have to prepare for that. Make the bed. Yeah, exactly. So then she's gonna have an evening shift at the soccer field. And once she gets back, she's probably gonna head off to her exam. Okay, so she has a little moment to herself so she can watch some TV before the carpool arrives. Oh, no. She started with a movie. Change to something to make sure that the fun goes up quickly. All right, and she's heading out to work. And I think that Cristofer is probably gonna arrive home in an hour. So he's going to miss his class today. That's fine. He only has 11 hours until his final exam though. So I think that I'm going to send him to the library to have him study a bit on the computers for his charisma and then possibly write a term paper as well. So once he's back from work, which should be any moment now. Yeah, here he comes. So, okay. Yeah, I think that is again because I had her selectable. So, oh, she's arrived on this lot. I guess maybe they left for work or something like that. Okay, yeah, that's a bit messy. No, don't bring him home from work. Okay. So that was where they left to. You know what? Take the opportunity to greet her. And then I'm gonna have to change her level. Okay, no. Never mind then. But I need to fix her level. So right now she's at level 5, it said, right? So let's move her back down to level 4. Record store clerk. Yes, that was what she had. Good. Sorry for messing around with you, Ophelia. That was not my intention. Okay. You know, he's a little bit hungry, but that's fine. I think it's more important that he actually gets his class performance up. No, so let's walk to a lot, community lot. Yes, and the public library. All right, so he's arriving. That's great. And I'm gonna send him at once to the computers here. Wait, isn't it like study skills? Oh, there it is, school study skills. Okay, Good. I got a bit worried there. And it was charisma that he needed. Oh no. Of course. I need to make sure that these are deactivated and deactivate all of them. I guess that's going to be the first thing that I need to do on this slot then. To make sure that they don't do that. Interesting, it summoned John Verb. Huh, okay. All right. Right, so the previous episode I set the restrictions to who could be here with the visitor controller to only include Sims with the hobby of science or film and literature. So we have Iris here, who has the science hobby, as has Daphne. Lothario, she also has the science one. And I'm pretty sure that Bella Goff also has science. We saw her downstairs. And of course, Jessica Miguel has the film and literature. Yeah, Russ Bear actually also has science. And as does Ramin Sentowski. A lot of science sims, actually. Gordon King also has science, actually, when I think of it. And we have Brandy, also science. So there's a lot of those kinds of sims here. That's pretty cool. Although it is pretty funny to see the hardened criminals at the library. Looks like Iris is questioning Daphne about being an alien, possibly. They're talking about aliens anyway. Great, so Cristofer is making good progress. He's thinking about all the money he will make. Oh no, Iris. No, please don't find him attractive. Oh, it's really dark now. Let's turn on all the lights. Didn't I turn on all the lights? Okay, it's really dim for some reason. Wow, you're holding that can really interestingly, Bella. What on earth? I guess being abducted by the aliens gave her some sort of really freaky skills. We got Andrea Cormier here as well. Okay, great. He has all the skill points he needs. So let's just have him write term paper as well. Yeah, I really need to look into the lights in this. One of the things I've been doing in order to fix the crashing issues has been going into looking at all my shaders and lighting mods and things like that. And I think along the way I might have something that made things a lot darker. So sorry if you can't see very well right now. We're also having Edith Day here. She's also a science sim. It's pretty nice as well because this will allow the sims with similar interests to get to know each other while I play with other sims. So I like that quite a lot. Looks like it's done. Perfect. Okay, and he got quite a lot from that. That's awesome. Great, so I don't think there's anyone he really needs to meet here, right? So I think he should just head home. Right, Lucy is also film and literature. Right, but yeah, let's send him home again and have him recover a bit. Looks like Jessica Miguel is going to introduce herself. Yeah, let's just ignore her. All right, so Cristofer is returning and he is very hungry. He possibly also needs a nap, actually. So let's see. Let's start by just having a cup of ramen. And then let's go from there. Okay. That is worrying. Okay, and now there's a fire. Oh God. I don't think there's a fire alarm here. So let's call emergency. Okay, I'm gonna try to replace the microwave wave. It's possible that it got borked up when I had it in their inventory or something like that. So let's see if that works. That was a really mean error. Yeah, you don't need to eat that, Cristofer. Sorry about that. Let's just try to replace this. Clean that up and then have another one. Looks like he's stuck in the running animation now. He's still very anxious from that, I suppose. Yeah, okay, good. Must have been the microwave then. I guess being students, they can't really afford the best stuff, so it might have been secondhand or something like that. At least he got some food now. So, yeah, 7 hours until the exam, so he can get freshened up a bit and look, you don't have to run anymore, dude. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, freshened up and then sleep a bit, I guess. I might have to reset him to get rid of that running animation. Oh, okay. Yeah, same issue with Lilith then. I'm just gonna do the same thing with her to just fix the career. Her career was level 1. Record store clerk again. Good. Yeah. That's interesting. That's never happened before. I guess you learn something new every time you play, it feels like. Okay, so he's still running? Okay, no, he's not running anymore. Good. So he can just go to sleep for a bit and then he'll head up to his exam. Okay, I think she's going to miss her final exam. Okay, so he's woken up and decided to play some guitar. Well, he's fully recovered his energy, that is, so that's good. So he's going to head to his final exam. So you can see if she has the time to make it as well. I feel like sometimes the hours are doubled. Might be an issue with the time control clock if that has been in their inventory as well, possibly. So I'll try to remove that and replace it with a new one and then set the speed to 50% again. Maybe that fixes it. It seems like a lot of things get very weird after it's been in the inventory, so might be a good idea to actually replace everything rather than putting it down, or well, most things anyway. Right, so I don't want to change his aspiration. I think he's fine the way he is. And okay, so both of them got on Dean's list. That's great, and looks like Adriana made it to the exam as well, so that's good. Oh, good. And now actually looks like the semester changes has kicked in for her as well, because it didn't start her from the very start. It actually pushed her a bit into the semester, so that's perfect. So I think that that's going to keep going for the remaining years in her at university for her, hopefully. I'm crossing my fingers. But yeah, so Cristofer is now a junior. That's good. Looks like he got all the skills that he needs, and as does Adriana, really. So there's no hurry for them to cram or anything like that. Yeah, but I think that yeah, she's not hungry. He is hungry. They have pretty opposing interests right now. These guys are actually playing here, so I guess maybe he can join because he wants to have fun and social, so that's good. Adriana, you can have a bath, I think. Just grab a nice hot bath, and then maybe you can play some guitar. She could actually call up Ophelia as well, have a nice chat with her. Oh my god, did you attend final exam in your PJs? So this is of course a nice perk of all of them living together in the same lot, that they can hang out like this in the communal area together and play around a bit. Looks like they didn't keep at it, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, so she's just about done with her bath. Gonna have her head out here and call Ophelia. Okay, looks like Gabriel is walking home. All right. Yeah, you need to eat something, so let's head up here. Let's not start a fire again. Maybe just have dinner. Are you good at cooking? You have 1 point. I feel like Cristofer might be that kind of person to find interest in cooking, actually. He might try to make some spaghetti. Okay, that's weird. Go here. Looks like she's almost friends with Ophelia now. They're talking a bit about cooking, looks like. Of course, Adriana is working with that, so makes sense. Oh, okay, she had to hang up because she was in the way. Okay, they didn't make friends, but that's fine. Let's just have her practice a bit on that. And okay, good. He wasn't interrupted. So this is a pretty nice way to spend their evening, I think. Adriana playing some nice music for them while Cristofer cooks. Yeah, nice. He didn't burn it. Cool. Okay, so she gained another creativity skill point. So she is at level 8 right now. That's good. Oh, that wasn't very filling. He's not tired at all, actually, also. That's what happens when you sleep in the day. But I guess he can also have a protein shake, why not? But she's actually pretty tired, so I think that Adriana is going to go to bed now. You know, what would Cristofer do in the middle of the night if he can't sleep? He's just had a protein shake. I think he would head to the gym. And of course he has a gym very close by. So I think he'd actually just head down here and work out for a bit in the middle of the night. Actually, it does seem like something that he would do. And he already gained back the skill point that he lost at work. So that's good. Hopefully he'll tire himself out quite quickly. Yeah, I actually think that Cristofer is the one in the group of guys, the friend group, that is the most of a loner, really. He has this really high ambitions and really relies a lot on himself to make things happen. And I think that he spends a lot of time like this on his own to achieve his goals, really. Even though he likes being around people. This is, a lot of the things that he's done as a teenager, and part of the reason why I was so surprised when he brought home his girlfriend. He actually reminds me a little bit about Malcolm Randgrab, who's also very, friendly, but definitely a lot on his own to achieve the goals he has. Very ambitious, very strong-willed, and willing to go through a lot to make things happen. Yeah, I think that's enough. So you can go ahead and grab a shower. All right, great. I think that he could go to bed now. So let's try and see. Yes, great. So let's send him to bed. Right, and they're going to sleep. So that was it for this family. It actually went surprisingly well, no crashes at all actually, so I'm very, very happy about that. Yeah, and that concludes the episodes with the university students. So next time we will move on to more of the adult sims. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and to anyone who's having a hard time right now, I know there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. I hope this could provide some distraction, hopefully, and I hope to see you soon with another episode. Now that my crashing issues seems to have been fixed somewhat at least. Take care and see you next time. Bye.